Yes, it is a wealth of riches for the Warriors, but who's more important, Curry or KD, Dom?
Oh yeah, I think this is easy. I think it's KD. I mean, it's the 7-footer who can handle the ball and shoot and also play defense. You're shaking your head, Mina. Like if you could draft any of those players right now, and those are the two left, I think he's more important to this team. He gives them more value than Steph Curry does at this point. They're 10-2 without Steph Curry. That's pretty good. And I think KD has stepped up. We saw who took the mantle in the championship last year, who was taking the shots at big moments, who was defending LeBron James at the end of the game. I'm telling you, if you ask Steve Kerr in an honest moment, you gave him truth serum, and he's not mesmerized by Steph Curry's pretty eyes, he's going to say, I want Durant. If I can only have one of these guys for the rest of the season, I want the 7-footer who can shoot from deep and can play on the inside.
Shame that wasn't the question. If the question was who's the better player, the question was about starting a new team, who might I draft? Sure, Kevin Durant. But the question, as I read it, was who was most important to the Warriors, and that's Steph Curry. He is the straw that stirs the Warriors' drinks. He is the player that the entire culture of the Warriors, the spacing, the shooting, the passing, the beautiful basketball that modernized the NBA, that is based on Steph Curry. That is how they got to 73 wins without KD. Now, there's this thing in the NBA that advanced stats can quantify called gravity, and what it measures is when a player is on the floor, how does he affect the rest of the court? Steph's effect on his teammates is unbelievable because of the spacing he creates. Their true shooting percentage when he is there rises more than any other player in the NBA. He is so important to that team, their style of basketball, and their culture. He is clearly the correct answer for this question.
I think he is certainly more important to that, or certainly very important to that team in originating this style of play. He's important in originating this style of play. However, Durant is the next iteration. He is the evolution of it. He is better at it than Steph is. It's a fact.
What?
It is a fact. I told you.
How is he better at the style of play than Steph? How is he better than Steph? What you just said.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's the small ball aspect of it. Steph Curry is someone you need to hide on defense. Kevin Durant is someone you can start at the 5. That is a big deal. A guy that you can start at the 5 and can also guard LeBron James and can also pull people because of his shooting ability and can rebound and lead the break. Like, these are all important things that Steph Curry cannot do. And I agree. They originated this style because of Steph and Clay and Draymond and their ability. But they went out and got Durant because he is better at it than all of them. Durant is a much better player. And the point that I made earlier is that Steve Kerr, in an honest moment, if he had to choose, yeah, that's accurate. That's who's more important. That's who the coach would think is more important to that team. You know, at late game situations, what are they doing with Steph Curry in late game situations on defense? They're hiding him. They're taking Durant and they're putting him on LeBron James. I want that guy.
With the style of play question, I agree, Kevin. Yes, controversial statement. Kevin Durant is better at defense than Steph Curry. You heard it here first, guys. Write it down. He is better at defending LeBron, but that does not mean he is more integral to their style of play. The pace and space, the Warriors, their identity.
He's a 5.
Is Steph Curry. They
you
are
asked
built
me the
around.
question.
And by the way, Steph Curry, whose player efficiency rating right now is higher than KD, obviously he's played fewer games, but he is still fantastic. We're talking about him like he's some sort of novelty that they built. Steph Curry is still one of the best players in the NBA.
I agree.
And he is more important to the identity of this team, which was the question, Dominique.
No, that's not the question. It said more important to the team, not the identity. And you tried to corner me by saying how's he more important to the style of play, and I nailed it down by saying that he can play the 5 and he can do the pace and space from the 5. He is definitely more important to this team because he gives them that ability to be flexible and hiding someone. You can't dismiss the defensive end of the ball.
On the other side of the ball, Steph Curry draws defenders so far. How do you think they get that kind of space on the floor? It's because of Steph Curry and his
Durant doesn't draw defenders?
Abilities.
That's ridiculous. You're trying to say that Durant doesn't draw defenders?
Both of these players are great and draw defenders and are fantastic by almost every metric. My point is simply that Steph Curry is more integral to this
That's fine. They are both very great and draw defenders on the offensive end. So it's a push there. You know where you go to figure out who gets the advantage? To the defensive side of the ball. He's 7 feet tall and has the athleticism to stay with LeBron James. I don't know why we're talking about this. This should have ended a long time ago. This conversation is dead.
In your tallying up, you left out my point from earlier, which I think is extremely important to this question, which is that Steph Curry makes the players around him better. When we talk about basketball, we talk about who's important to a team, we talk about the style of the Warriors, that is what elevates him. In my opinion, statistically, he makes the rest of the team so much better. You can quantify this, Dominique. His effect is insane. Oh, okay, we're really going to do Warriors
pretty
wins
good.
as a metric?
They're pretty good. They're pretty good. They didn't fall apart.
Stuff, man.
I'm sure we can take a survey of everyone. We could take a survey of everyone in the Golden State facility and who, if they had to give one up, they're letting Steph go. I don't care about all this other stuff that you say about the culture and all. No, on the court, LeBron James will be guarded by Kevin Durant in the finals. That matters. And he'll play good defense on him. That matters. They won't have to hide him like they do Steph on defense.
Yes, and the Warriors were terrible without Kevin Durant, and that's clear too, right? They never won a championship.